we had a really good discussion, lively, and lots of different issues we talked about in terms of the recent announcement last week, which obviously was a bit of a setback for us about HS2, but lots of really good stuff happening in the city. We're getting a mass transit scheme after 30 years of asking. We've got lots of jobs coming in from the tech sector. We've got really fantastic stuff happening on the net zero agenda with a district heating scheme and a third of our fleet in the council being electric vehicles. So yeah, we're really pleased with where we're getting to, and there's a bright future for Leeds despite last week, and it was great to talk to people about it today.
We had a good chat about where Leeds is going in the future. We've had some great news in the last year, and we've had some bad news in the last year, and I think it's really about how we build those relationships and look at what we want to achieve as a city moving forward. Those areas where we still need to work to lobby government for extra investment, and also those areas where we can work with businesses to bring that investment in.
There was some really fascinating discussion today actually, and it was really interesting to hear from the horse's mouth from Tom and from the leader of the council about how as a city we're responding to some of the situations that we found ourselves in terms of particularly last week's integrated rail plan, and some of the ways that we interact with Whitehall and how that funding happens, and actually some really strength of feeling around what we should be doing as the North, and how we almost really being masters of our own destiny in fact, and not really worrying about what everybody else is doing. Because we've got some really big strengths right across the North. We can do this. We've got a lot of loads of skills, a lot of entrepreneurial, and also a really young population that want to stay here actually. They don't want to have to go to elsewhere, London or whatever, to find a good career, and it's entirely possible to stay here and do it. So really pleased to be part of that discussion. I think as an industry we've got a lot to offer it as well. So just excited about the positivity actually. It's good.
The public sector can't operate 100% without the private sector. Our private sector can't operate 100% without the public sector. So how do we actually engage proactively and positively together? Well, you can do it in two ways. You can either do it in a formal environment around a cabinet table, or you can do an informal environment where, in my view, people are much more open and relaxed with regard to discussion and looking at what they can do and how they can work together.
I think it's so important for us to understand what businesses are thinking, for them to understand what we're thinking, to do it in a really positive and conversational way, and look at building those relationships around how we can work together to achieve what we need to do in Leeds and across the wider north of England.
If you enjoyed that video, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel on the link below, and be among the first to get to listen to all the latest interviews through the Downtown Den.